Alright guys, we're going to be talking about legalization in this video. I'm going to try and do it in one take, no edits and everything. And I just want to know what your guys' thoughts on legalization. Are you for it or are you not for it? There are a few, weed tubers not arguing, but there's a little bit back and forth. And I just want to know what your guys' thoughts on this whole situation of legalization. If you didn't know, Florida is about to be legalized soon, or could be legalized soon. Very close. You just got to vote, apparently, on vote on 3. And there's one side of the argument where they said that they don't want it to be legalized because it's just going to mass produce and commercialize all this mid stuff, right? Like trash, basically, right? And then there's the other side that says that we want it legalized because we want all states to have this stuff. And I would have to agree with the side that right here because, I've always been an advocate of, legalization in all states because everyone deserves to have access to this plant. I will also like to say is that I don't have any THCA to sell to you. I don't have any products to sell to you. So I'm very much neutral, and I just want to know what your guys' thoughts on it. The people themselves, the community, and obviously I'm all for voting on 3 because, if I ever go to Florida, I would love to go to a dispensary and buy stuff so I don't have to go meet up with some random dude off Craigslist or Snapchat or whatever. And, I try to be neutral. Like, there's probably positives to both sides. I do think that if it's not legalized, the person that says that he doesn't want it to be legalized because they want the trap to live on. They want to support your local plug, all this stuff. And, that's cool and all, but I would much rather just go to a store where I have options. And that's the thing when it comes to, the black market, is that it is not only just the quality of the flower. I'm sure some of the black market flower is really, really good and stuff like that, but it's just dangerous. You know what I mean? Illegal activity, illegal purchasing in the black market has caused a lot of, violent crimes. You know what I mean? Like, let me give you an example. There was this mother, I think she had like 7 kids, and you have 7 kids, don't try to be Batman. Apparently one of her daughters was about to buy a vape pen from someone from Snapchat that was like a high schooler or something like that, and essentially the mom found out about this and tried to be Batman and take matters into her own hands. So she actually was trapping their car with her car and got out and tried to pepper spray them. Apparently that wasn't the greatest idea because they shot and killed her. RIP to her, but you can't just be attacking people, spraying mace or pepper spray on them, especially kids. They're very unpredictable nowadays, you know what I mean? And they're very young, so they don't really think that much, so they killed her on the spot. This could have all been avoided, if there was actual stores and they can go and just go there in a safe environment and purchase this stuff. That's just one example. RIP to the mom, but come on now, you can't be doing that, right? That's just not the smartest thing ever. And I just think that legalization is only going to have more benefits to us than negatives, right? And who cares about the local plug or whatever? You know this, right? If legalization happened, the black market will still exist. You know what I mean? It's just not going to sell as much because, if you had the choice between going to some random guy or the store where you have many options in terms of edibles and all that stuff and regulations and testing and stuff like that, which would you choose, right? Of course, you're going to have to pay a little bit more than the black market, but that's the price you pay for, testing and, better quality stuff and options and variety. It just doesn't make sense to not be legalized. And a lot of people are saying this side is, I don't want to name names, but that person is selling THCA flower, and it benefits them so much more if they were gonna say no to legalization, right? And for me, I just think we need, as all the states, as a country, we just need to have it legalized everywhere. It just will help so much. It will boost the economy by a lot. Look at Canada, right? Look at all these other countries. They don't have all these states wishy-washy and oh, we don't want it here. We want it here. We don't want it here. If you have it here, you can go to jail. You can have it here. You could smoke. It's just weird. You know what I mean? And I'm all for legalization at the end of the day. I don't care if they sell bud at Walmart. You know what I mean? I don't. It's still good or better than just going to a plug. I get it. The plug is always going to be cheaper. You can get better deals in terms of buying in bulk or whatnot, but honestly, it's really not worth it anymore. And I'm sorry to upset some people that watch my videos that are probably, you know, plugs. They're selling in the black market. I get it. You know, get what you want. But it's not like legalization is going to get rid of it, because there's always going to be illegal activity. There's always going to be the black market. It's just going to be a lot harder to sell, because it's like back in Prohibition with alcohol, right? Like, you think people are going to buy alcohol from some guy in his garage now? No. You know what I mean? We would rather go to a liquor store and get some real stuff that's been tested and that's been regulated and all that stuff. So I do think that legalization is better for us as a whole, as a country. And I just want to know what your guys' thoughts on this, because like obviously there's going to have people on both sides. I feel like more people are saying yes to legalization. Like I said, I would love to go to Florida and go to a store, get something, and then go to the beach and smoke a joint. Like, come on, that just sounds dope, right? Like, and you're getting good stuff. I just think a lot of people just are looking out for themselves in this regard. Like, oh, I'm not gonna make as much money as I do when it's legal, and you know, I'm not, fuck that, you know, I don't want it. And maybe it affects smaller farmers, I don't know. I just feel like legalization brings more good. I am not into politics or anything like that. I don't know about laws and all that stuff. I just know that I think, in my opinion, legalization will help us and do more good than bad. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing some stuff at Walmart, you know, Walgreens, you know, stuff like that. It's not too bad, right? Obviously, it might not be as good. It might be like some Bud Light quality weed or something like that. But at the same time, it is available to everyone. And everyone in this country needs to, not needs to have access, but should have access to this. Because some people are moving to legal states just because their state doesn't allow it. You know, just a little bit small weed in possession could get them put in jail. You know how much tax dollars it costs to put someone in jail over that stuff? A lot, you know, and it could be avoided. And I just truly think that there's only one answer to this, and it's yes. But I am all ears when it comes to the other side. You know, if you have any other explanations on why we should not have it legalized, please do, because California's been legalized for quite some time now. Colorado, all these other states, and I'm loving it. You know what I mean? There's no downside to me. You know, actually there's a lot more upsides. There's a lot more variety. You know what I mean? There's like levels to it too. You don't always have to spend a lot at clubs. There's low, mid, and top shelf stuff. And I just think we need to legalize this sooner or later. And you know, I think it would be dope that, you know, we wouldn't have to, you know, bring our own medicine with us if we were to travel to other states, which, you know, I've done, right? Like, I went to New York when it wasn't legal. I brought a pen or two, but it would have been dope if, you know, at the time, I know New York's legal now, but at the time it wasn't. You know, it would have been dope to go to a New York's dispensary and buy something there. That way I didn't have to risk, you know, bringing stuff with me, which I did get away with, don't get me wrong. Like, it was easy, but, you know, just the thought of you doing that, it kind of makes you nervous, because you can get caught at any time. Obviously, you know, TSA doesn't really care, but at the same time, just the possibility of you getting caught could definitely make you shit your pants. You know what I mean? So I just think legalization will do more than good, more good than bad. And honestly, I just want to know what your guys' thoughts. Please leave some comments down below. Let's have a discussion on this. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not really into politics like that. I just want legalization for the whole country. I mean, look at Canada. You know what I mean? I think Mexico too, right? Thailand. I think Thailand's like trying to change it back, but they were, as a whole country, you know, legalized at one point. And I just feel like it just brings more good things than bad. You know, it's gonna boost the economy, which we very much need, and you know, it'll make a lot of states more, I guess, tolerable, because some states don't have much. You know, just look at like North Dakota or South Dakota or some, like, other random ass states that I don't want to offend anyone that's living in these states, but like some states they don't got much. So just give them some weed. You know what I mean? Just legalize it. Stop being fucking idiots. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about like just the people that are running America. It's just like, dude, there's so many wishy-washy states. Like, oh, it's allowed here, but it's not allowed here. Oh, if you have a little bit here, you're in jail. Like, it's just truly crazy, right? And I just want to know your guys' thoughts. I know this video might have been all over the place, but I really just want to know. What do you guys think? Peace out.
I feel sick, I need Robitussin. I just lost my motor function. 3 strikes out, I'm back to the ball. Hit me like Gurgi, threw me in the cauldron. It's hard to admit I'm a bird. Wanna leave my skin cold as